Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now in this video I'm going to give my opinion on the UK general election results that came out today. Now it's a pretty significant election, a significant win for Boris Johnson and the Conservative Party. But I'm just going to give a couple of points and give my opinion on each one. So first off, the significant majority that Boris Johnson and the Conservatives have achieved. And to be honest though, I do consider this what Theresa May wanted to do during her snap election before the Brexit negotiations. And this is what she hoped for. She hoped to increase her majority, which, as we all know, didn't happen. So, yeah. So I think definitely that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to increase her majority, but she didn't go into it the right way, and Boris did in this case. The Get Brexit Done mantra, that campaign, really resonated with people. In a lot of ways I think I understand that, because I think everyone pretty much at this stage wants Brexit over and done with, so we don't have to kind of talk about it, which is fair enough. It was Labour's worst election in decades. They lost a lot of seats. And again, I do think it was. I don't think it was actually the Conservatives. The reason why the Conservatives got a number of seats was because it was very anti Jeremy Corbyn. It was an anti Jeremy Corbyn vote, I'd say, for a lot of people, which is the reason why they voted Conservative instead of Labour. One of the biggest moments definitely was just when Jo Swinson of the Lib Dems lost her seat, and there were some people saying that she would, others wouldn't. But I think it was definitely the revoke Article 50 plan that didn't work for her, because it was the second she said it, people were against her for that. It was the first nationalist win in Northern Ireland. The Unionists didn't actually get a majority this time, which is it's a significant shift in political power. It just kind of shows where people's opinions are, where the view of the public is these days. And it's definitely something that, especially Labour, definitely misjudged the view of the public. Now, one of the things that did bug me about this election was it was basically labelled as the Brexit election. Like Sky News was showing it, the BBC were having it as the Brexit election. Although, to be honest, it was only those against Brexit that were really labelling it as that. So Boris Johnson had a very clear point when it came to the election, that yes, we want to get Brexit done, but there's a lot of other stuff we want to do as well. And he even in his victory speech earlier, he mentioned all the other stuff he wants to do, like a better healthcare system, to improve the NHS. And again, a lot of people kind of put Boris Johnson down as a buffoon. They underestimate him. I think that also caught them quite a bit. So now a lot of people would respond, if it was pro-Brexit that won this election, why didn't the Brexit Party get any seats? Which is a fair point. they failed to get a seat. But I do believe that a lot of people think Boris Johnson and the Conservative Party can deliver Brexit. So it kind of makes the Brexit Party obsolete. And I do kind of consider it obsolete, even though I think Nigel Farage can be kind of entertaining to watch, which, like, you can't deny that. He is quite entertaining. But like, it didn't work for him. Yeah. Which I can actually understand. It makes a lot of sense. And I think one thing I will say about the Brexit Party, they are planning to change. They're not going to be the Brexit Party anymore. I think I've heard something that they're going to change their name to the Reform Party. They want to change a lot of the systems in the UK which aren't working well, which is fair enough. There are a lot of systems. The political system doesn't really work the best. So if that's what they're going to do, I wish them luck in that. So what does this mean? Well, basically it means, quite simply, Brexit is going to happen. Now, one thing I will say, I am generally pro-Brexit, although my mind isn't fully, it's not set in stone for me. I do understand a lot of the concerns around it, especially with the uncertainty of Brexit. But I do think that now we have a clear majority of who's actually running things, that things will get a bit more certain as the next few weeks roll on. Now, my opinion on how getting a deal is that a good deal is better than no deal, which is fair enough. But I also believe that no deal is better than a bad deal, and I think even the Parliament Theresa May had agreed that her deal, which was a shocking deal, was a bad deal. So a big win, and hopefully things kind of progress now. Because things do start to look up. Even Boris Johnson's victory speech, it had an element of hope, of optimism about it, that we can do it now. We can make the changes that we want to make. We can make the changes that'll make the lives of the people in the UK better. And I think that's kind of what went through the entire campaign for the Conservatives. That was the general vibe of it, and I think it worked really well for them, because people do tend, when it comes to elections, to respond to optimism rather than negativity, and so that's what worked with it. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. Also subscribe if you like the content that I make, and also don't forget to hit that bell icon so you guys actually get notified of my latest content. And also, if you guys have your own opinions, I'd love to hear them down in the comment section down below. And I just really want you guys to interact, because it's important in these kinds of things to have a discussion. And I actually don't care whether you agree with me or disagree with me. Comment down below. Share your opinion, because that's the way the best ideas kind of come out, when we share them. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.